Welcome to Southern California, race fans. It's the USRA right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. Like always here on a Thursday night. Muth in the booth. Right alongside me will be the famous Jarrett Riker. Jarrett, we're out of the desert. We're finally over here on the farthest point of the West Coast swing here, Auto Club Speedway. If it's anything like last week, coming to a green-white checkered, a guy coming from outside the top 10 to win the race, Auto Club could be pretty interesting this week.
Roger, I expect nothing less than what we've seen in the last 2 weeks out here in California. This 2-mile oval should produce some great 3, maybe even 4-wide racing. Can't wait to get started.
Can't wait to drop the green flag here tonight for the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250 here tonight, presented by Skip Carman. The ASPCA, well, it's a great little organization out there. It's the American Society for the Prevention of Animal Cruelty. It's one of the world's largest animal carrying rescue agencies in the world, and it's just an all-around great organization. So we got to thank them, and also we have to thank Skip Carman out there tonight, because this race is brought to you here from Auto Club by Skip. So let's take a quick look here. We got a little about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes here before we head into our qualifying session here tonight. Let's take that quick rundown here at your USRA point standings. Luke LaFaro, after last week's impressive run on the green-white checkered from way back outside the top 10 into victory lane, he has himself slotted in the number 1 points position after 2 events. Aaron Davidson, though, what about that guy? Good, strong race all last week in the desert. He finds himself just 9 points back. And Chase Berry, you remember a couple of weeks ago, it looked like Chase Berry was going to have a really rough start to the year as he was a lap down at Daytona and wound up coming back to have a very strong finish. He sits right there, only 13 points back, sitting in third. And then you have Jeff Pogo right there, who has Luke LaFaro won. I'm getting it all mixed up because Luke LaFaro actually, Jarrett, won on Tuesday night here for the USRA in the Xfinity Series, but Luke LaFaro also won back at Daytona.
Yeah, Luke LaFaro has been on quite the tear. I mean, these first 2 weeks into the season, very consistent finishes, and he's your points leader coming into this night.
Yeah, well, he's sitting in the points standings, but Jeff Pogo, last week's winner, is sitting right there in 4th spot. He was your big mover, up 12 spots into the number 4 position in your point standings. Jared Hagedorn, nothing you could say more than the consistent, steady hand, steady right foot of the number 22 of Jared Hagedorn. He sits there 5th in your point standings. Ryan Jones sits there 6th. Bradley Allison had a great finish from Daytona. He sits there in your 7th position. David Carman is 8th. Ron Holyfield is 9th. And rounding out the top 10, the Pennsylvania kid there, Donald Bennett. The rest of your standings there on the right-hand side. But, Jarrett, a lot of these names, it's still early on, so there's going to be a lot of shaking up here in the point standings. But you got some really strong contenders buried outside your top 20.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Roger. We have a lot of contenders outside looking in right now in the top 10. But it's only 2 weeks into the season, long season ahead of us, and I expect them to be contending for this championship as the season moves on.
Yeah, long way away. We're only 2 weeks in. This is round number 3 here for the USRA. And in just about a minute here, we're going to drop the green flag here on qualifying. So we're going to step away. We're going to clean a couple things up here, and we will be right back to bring you the live qualifying action right here from Auto Club.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air gave proof
Well, welcome back here to California. The lights are on. The cars are on the track here. Let's take a look and see who is out here early in the session. Going down the backstretch, coming down here into turn number 3 for the first time. Here it is, the number 90. That is Michael Sturgill. Sturgill, one of the newcomers here at the USRA, and right now he's out there on the, I'm going to call him the double 90, Jarrett. 2 number 90s on the door there for that Ford Mustang.
Yeah, Michael Sturgill definitely looking for a good qualifying session here at California. Meanwhile, Jason Young is also out on the track for his qualifying run.
Jason Young, the man that came out of left field the other night to wind up inside the top 5, is out here with his Infinite Hero 29 machine. As you see him trying to put all the speed in the 29 car as he can, as he's right up against that outside wall.
Yeah, definitely these guys are going to be winding up on this first lap, trying to get all the speed they can, like you said. Then you're going to see him dive down to the inside in lap number 2 and try and get the best time.
Right now, top of the charts, though, going to be the number 15 of Cameron Combs, and he doesn't stay there very long. Ira Kohlhaas goes straight to the top of the board, and then, well, he's not going to sit there very long in that Harry Gant number 33 Skull Bandit machine, because Jason Arison going to go straight to the top of the board. It's good to see the 44 at the top of the board. Came in here with, I'm going to say, not a lot of experience driving the Cup cars, and, well, has himself right now at the top of the speed charts here in qualifying.
Yeah, good run for Arison, but right now you got Aaron Davidson at the top of the boards with a 40.157. Oh, now Jason Young jumps up to the top of the boards with a 40.157.
Yeah, things starting to shuffle around here as the 29 goes to the top of the boards, and then he's bumped pretty quick by the number 21 here of Chase Berry. Looks like it's going to be a pretty quick track out there tonight, because now Bradley Allison on lap number 1, I believe that was, jumps right there to the 2nd position. Looks like a pretty racy track, because Michael Broomley now in the number 7, Frank's Hot Sauce. He goes P number 2. Oh, now it's Red's Hot Sauce. He likes his hot sauce on that number 7 car.
He definitely must have a little bit of hot sauce on that car tonight, running these quick times here in qualifying.
Doug Ungari here at his home track, the driver out of California here, trying to put the 5150, a local brand out of the California area, into a good starting spot, as right now he is shown in the 4th spot, and he's going to shut her down right there.
Got the 38 of Cody Levitt out on his, I guess, warm-up lap, you want to say, as he's running the top of the track, and now dive down to the bottom, coming down across the start-finish line.
Pretty slow lap there, actually, for that 38 car there of Cody Levitt. He goes 28 down to 28 drivers, but new top time goes to the 49 here of Robert Dudley with just a minute left in qualifying. Right there's your points leader, the number 20 there, DC Solar Toyota. I believe, if I remember my facts straight, I believe Luke Lafaro is another one of those California drivers looking to try and go California dreaming.
Yeah, Luke Faro, a little loose there coming into 1. Not sure what happened there, but yeah, he's definitely one of the California boys looking to make a good home showing here.
Yeah, he has a pretty quick number 20 DC Solar that goes 7th on the board before he noses it into the outside wall. Last week's winner, Jeff Pogo, in that 24 Ford Performance Mako Tools Mustang, right now sitting 5th as he is done with his qualifying time with just 22 seconds left here in qualifying. I believe we've seen all the cars that we're going to see qualify here tonight. Jared Hagedorn is out there on track. I believe he might have just enough time to get the Nebraska Pit Bull car back around here. Actually, I believe he has put in his 2 timed laps. Actually, he's working on pit road a little bit. But the checkered flag is waving. I'm not sure if the timing and scoring is right at this point, because it just jumped around there. We'll have to check it out here in just a moment. So as they start to grid here from Southern California, Jared, we talked about last week's race and what we're going to see here tonight. I heard a lot of drivers out there in happy hour talking about how this track is going to look like a mini Daytona here tonight. It's a 2-mile track, not a 2.5-mile track, but nonetheless a fast, Auto Club Speedway.
Yeah, with this heavy downforce package here these Cup cars run, I do believe they're right. You're going to see a mini Daytona here, a lot of drafting, a lot of pack racing. But nonetheless, it should be just as great of a finish as Daytona gave us, if not better.
Well, as we have the time here, let's take you through your starting lineup here tonight. I'm not sure if this is correct, Jarrett. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have the 38 slotted P1.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the 38 slotted P1 as well. Cody Levitt on pole for tonight's race.
So the Las Vegas kid, the 38 Cody Levitt, goes to the top of the speed charts here right at the end of qualifying, and Robert Dudley's going to roll off second. Third here tonight going to be Chase Berry, and how about the number 7 there, Michael Brumley? He's going to start there in your 4th spot. 5th spot going to be little Jeff Pogo. 6th spot going to go to Bradley Allison. 7th going to go to the number 20, your points leader of Luke LaFaro, and the California guy there, the 00 of Doug Ungari. 9th position goes to Jamie Leach. Jason Young going to round out our top 10 here from California. Stephen Holmes going to start 11th. Christopher Brown going to roll off in your 12th spot. 13th spot here tonight, the 64, John Mullins. Ryan Jones going to roll off 14th. Then 15th going to go to Jay Felton. Danny Valenzuela made it across the wall here tonight. He'll be starting in your 16th spot. 17th spot, how about Mr. Ira Kohlhaas in the 33. Starting 18th deep in the field here tonight, going to be the 03 of Aaron Davidson. 19th here tonight, the 81 of Dan Dill, and Michael Sturgill rounding out your top 20 cars.
Starting in the 21st position will be the 44 of Jason Arison. Starting in the 22nd position will be the 68 of Maroslav Mach. I'll get that right one of these days, I think, Roger. And starting in the 23rd position will be the 22 of Jared Hagedorn. The number 30 of David Carman will be starting in the 24th position. And the 19 of Skip Carman will be rolling off in the 25th position. Starting in the 26th position will be the 818 of Mike Berens. And starting in the 27th position will be the 51 of Jonathan Platt. The 15 of Cameron Combs will be starting in the 28th position. Rolling off 29th will be the 14 of Jeff Price. And the number 80 of Hank Kasten will be starting in the 30th position. Starting 30... Sorry, I lost my... Starting 31st will be the 34 of Darren Scandarito. Starting 32nd will be the 40 of Josiah Millen, and rounding out your field of 33 cars will be the 8 of Eric Holly.
Well, not a good starting spot here tonight for Hollywood of Eric Holly. He tried to save big money at Menards and, well, wound up at the back of the starting field here tonight, but we are about ready to go 120 laps here tonight in the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250 tonight, presented by Skip Carman. About to take the green flag is Cody Levitt, Robert Dudley, Chase Berry, and there is the green flag here tonight. We are racing in Southern California.
So they dive down into turn 1. It's going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt in the field with the 21 of Chase Berry and the 24 of Jeff Pogo following behind as they roll out of 2 down the backstretch.
Yeah, that inside lane was really worked up, or hooked up and working together there on the initial restart, or on the initial drop of the green flag, we should say, as going down the backstretch, it is still the 38 of Levitt and the 21 of Berry. The 24 of Pogo is still sitting there third to the inside lane, but Luke LaFaro was trying to make the outside lane work. Right now, still right back there, right around the 8th position on back, still 2x2 as far as you can see. The lead lap number 1, though, it's going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt leading his first laps of the season.
And back here for the 8th position, you got the 7 of Brumley on the top line, trying to work around the 64 of John Mullins as they work their way out of 2 down the backstretch.
Down the backstretch, you see a lot of cars fanning out. It looks like 3 wide, about halfway back, right around the 15th spot. That is Chris Brown on the number 1, Jason Young to the outside, and that is Daniel Dill to the inside. Dill's going to back off going down into turn number 3, so it'll allow Chris Brown to get one heck of a run, but now Dan Dill's got to fight because he has started to drop backwards. Just that little crack of the throttle. He went from the inside lane, running inside the top 15, to now trying to fight to stay inside the top 20.
Back here for the 16th, 15th position, you had the 03 of Aaron Davidson making it 3 wide with the 91 of Jones and the 81 of Dill. They come out of 2. They fan back out to 2 wide. Looks like Anderson's going to fall behind the 29 of Jason Young.
Yeah, still out front, though. It is still the 38 of Cody Levitt, still Chase Berry, still Jeff Pogo, Jamie Leach, then Luke LaFaro. Your top 5 drivers have single filed out. Then there's the battle for the 6th position on back. And now actually here comes Luke LaFaro. He's going to get a good run this time off turn number 4. Going to look to the inside of the Great Lakes number 2 Brewing car. As look at Jeff Pogo. He jumps to the outside lane. Maybe a little bit of strategy play here.
Yeah, Jeff Pogo trying to make moves. He goes to the inside of Chase Berry as they work their way through 1 and 2. They're door-to-door as they come off of 2. See if he can make the pass down the backstretch as they're still door-to-door down the backstretch.
Yeah, as you saw him come through 1 and 2, you saw Jamie Leach go a little bit high, but here comes that 24. That little Pogo's and hopping right on his stick right now as he's going to go to the inside here on the 38 of Cody Levitt. Jeff Pogo looking to take the lead here on lap number 4. Whoa, almost went to go slide up Levitt into the outside wall with the right side of that car. That is damage to your leader there of Cody Levitt. He had the pole here tonight. Quick car. It looked like he thought Jeff Pogo might have bobbled off that inside lane. Levitt went to react, and unfortunately, there was no grip up there on the outside, but Jeff Pogo does take the lead here. Now Cody Levitt outside the top 10 with a little bit of right front damage. How much do you think that's going to hurt the 38 of Cody Levitt as he's in a 3-wide battle?
Yeah, well, this being a mini Daytona, as they said, I'm thinking this is going to hurt him a little bit. Maybe he can get it fixed and get some speed back out of that car, but right now he is dropping like a rock to the field.
Yeah, he's stuck to the outside. Here comes that 91 here of Ryan Jones. But at the front of the field, it's also another battle. Look at him 3 wide throughout the field. You call it, you see it. It's 3 wide as the eye can see. At the line, though, it's Jeff Pogo. He's sitting on his phone book right now, and he's bringing the youngster, your points leader, Luke LaFaro, right to the front here. But here comes the 49, Robert Dudley. Man, that Dudley machine is always hooked up when he gets it out there on track with those Toyota badges on it. And right now, he's trying to pull the inside lane. How about the guy who's the second car to the inside lane? That is the iBuy-powered number 9 out of Carolina. That is Stephen Holmes, and he is maybe found a little bit of power. Maybe that's why he swapped the sponsors on that number 9.
Yeah, Stephen Holmes definitely having a good run here early on, but right now you got the 49 of Dudley as he will lead that lap. As they go down into turn 1, he's door-to-door with Pogo.
Yeah, down into turn number 1. Actually, even at the line, it was the 49 of Robert Dudley. And, man, that's Stephen Holmes, number 9. Looking good, looking sharp here tonight. And he has definitely got power hooked to the inside lane there. The question is, how long can he hold the inside lane on those 4 tires? We're here on lap number 7. And he is coming like a rocket as Dudley went up the track, blocked a little bit of a run that Jeff Pogo had going into 3. Now he's got to worry because right here comes the 9 of Holmes.
Yeah, the 9 of Holmes has that Mustang wound up on the inside. Looks like the 49, the 24, and the 20 are going to get the run coming off turn 4 down into 1, but Holmes not giving up on an inside.
Yeah, just down in front of our leaders is the 34 of Darren Scandorito. It looks like Darren Scandorito did miss the initial start to the green flag, and I think he might have a little bit of connection issues here to the iRacing server tonight. Everything here that you see tonight is internet-based. It is based on the iRacing.com platform, the simulator that a lot of your professional athletes in the NASCAR series, the F1 series, and even over in GT3 classes, you name it, they have it here. And sometimes you just get a little bit of a connection issue. It just doesn't quite go right for you. But what's going right now is the Dudley machine, who leads another one here from Auto Club.
Yeah, Robert Dudley's still leading here, but the man that I'm keeping my eye on right now is the number 2 of Jamie Leach. Jamie Leach had a bit of a heartbreaker last week at Vegas. Definitely looking to redeem himself and get a win here in California.
Man, you talk about heartbreaker. I don't think there was anybody more hard on himself throughout the week leading up to tonight. Jamie Leach looked like he had the race last week from Las Vegas pretty much wrapped up, sealed up, send in the check. It was almost a for sure thing. And then, unfortunately, that late yellow coming out, and with a little bit of an issue with the pace car, Jamie Leach rolled down pit road to put 4 tires on that number 2, got a black flag, and then just unfortunately with 3 laps, a green-white checkered, it just was too much to overcome for the number 2 of Jamie Leach, and he had a disappointing finish. But the man on the mission still going to be that number 9 of Holmes.
Yeah, the 9 of Holmes looks like I thought he was going to make it 3 wide there for a second. He will try and make it 3 wide as they come through 3 and 4.
Yeah, thought for the moment to go the 3 wide. Then he thought better of himself, tucked right back in behind Robert Dudley, and he's pulling the inside lane. Look at Dudley really try to break the... Oh, something gone wrong for Robert Dudley, I believe. Down pit road into the wall.
Yeah, not sure what happened there with Dudley.
Yeah, not sure. Let's throw it back here. While they're side by side for the lead, but really what happened to Robert Dudley as he came off turn number 4? Watching here on the replay from lap number 10. Coming off turn 4, watching the 49 car. What happened to Dudley? It looked like he was trying to hot pit, and all of a sudden something happened. He locked it up last second, but right there was the tire barrier for the 49 of Dudley. So I'm not sure what happened to him, but let's take it back live here because there is the new leader here from Auto Club coming off turn number 4. It's going to be the iBuyPower Ford Mustang number 9, Stephen Holmes, leading his first green flag laps here of the year at Auto Club.
Yeah, Stephen Holmes getting the lead and trying to break away from this pack. He's got the 24 of Pogo following him and the 20 of Vafaro with the 21 of Chase Berry and the 79 of Felton side by side for your 4th position.
Oh, contact somebody down the backstretch. I believe that might be the 00 of Doug Ungari. As actually, I believe it is actually, no, it's a similar painted Chevrolet there. It's going to be the 03 of Aaron Davidson. He's trying to get the 03 pointed in the right direction, but those tires were really hot as it does look like he will get her pointed in the right direction. Let's go back and check it out real quick. We're still under green flag conditions here at Auto Club. Coming out of turn number 2, what happened? Let's go over top here, or it's from the side camera here. Oh, it actually was Doug Ungori and Aaron Davidson. They got together. Davidson went down there, kept her off the inside wall, came through the grass. They're looking to try to drive that 03 Chevrolet sponsored car, and he actually did save her from hitting the outside wall as we come back live here. You still see Aaron Davidson out there. So 2 cars make contact going into turn number 3. One of them saves it from the inside wall. One carries on. So Aaron Davidson right now showing 22 seconds behind your leader of Stephen Holmes that you see right there coming to complete another lap. But he is still out there. It's a long race. You still might be able to rebound from that little trip.
Yeah, tough start for the 03 Davidson. Meanwhile, back up front, looked like the 24 of Pogo was going to try the outside on Holmes, but couldn't make it stick, and he's under fire from the 21 of Chase Berry as they come down the backstretch.
Yeah, coming down the backstretch, a little bit of breathing room here now for the number 9 of Holmes as he has opened up about a 2-car, 3-car lead, as now the battle is going to be for second. Here comes Luke Lafaro. He's going to look to the inside here on Jeff Pogo. And it looks like he's going to have the better run, possibly, but here comes the 24. The momentum built up to the outside. He is going to hang side by side at the line as Holmes leads another one here. Holmes now leading 4 laps out front here from Auto Club, completing lap number 14. And there's the big battle as they run him right back down. Here comes that GTX Camaro, the 79 here, and Jay Felton making his first showing inside the top 5 tonight. And he might have a pretty quick car out there.
Yeah, the 79 of Felton definitely showing some strength early on here. It looks like he's going to try to dive down to the inside of Pogo, and he'll just stick behind them as they work their way through 3 and 4. But that mid to high line really seems to be working here at California in the early going.
Yeah, we've seen the high line work for Jeff Pogo, and obviously we see it now working for the 79 there of Jay Felton. Felton. But we also saw that inside lane pull the number 9 all the way around into the lead, and ever since he's got there, he has still ran. Look at him as he still runs down in that lower groove here. That seems to be where Steve Holmes likes to run, so we're going to see if Pogo, when he catches up to the number 9 with his big draft, if he's able to work his way around the outside.
Yeah, the 9 of Holmes really found something there on an inside line. Meanwhile, the 2 of Leach is working on the outside line, trying to get around the 20 of Luke Lafaro as they come down the front stretch, down to the start-finish line.
Yeah, here does come Jamie Leach to the outside. He was towards the front here in the early going, then lost a couple positions, almost fell out of the top 10. Now back inside the top 5 as you see him work that outside groove right around Luke Lafaro. And look how much he's already gained onto the back bumper there with the number 21 of Chase Berry. Coming out of pit road, that is the number 7 of Michael Brumley down to the inside. A little bit of issues going on for the number 7 of Michael Brumley. It looks like maybe connection issues as he's shown 8 laps down on my timing and scoring. And it's not the way the hot sauce man wanted to come into Auto Club. But the good news is, though, Robert Dudley is back out on track after his little spat with that pit wall. And it looks like he's still able to keep a pretty good pace back there as you see the 24 push the number 9 at the start-finish line.
Yeah, meanwhile, the big mover right now is the 8 of Eric Holly. He started 32nd. He is already up to 15th, working on 14th, the 14 of Jeff Price as they come down the backstretch.
Yeah, Eric Holly not getting a timed lap in tonight here at Auto Club. Started shotgun to the field with that Ford. And, well, he's got some ponies under that Ford. He comes out of the same stable as the number 9 there of Stephen Holmes and the 24 of Jeff Pogo. And right now, they may have been sharing a little bit of data this week between the two teams, and it is certainly showing here in the early stages of this race.
You got the 9 of Holmes still leading up front, but he has got a trail of cars hot on his tail. They're probably single file all the way back to about 10th, 12th position.
Yeah, let's take you through a quick rundown of your top 10 drivers right now. It's still Stephen Holmes leading the way, followed by Jeff Pogo, who runs second there in that blue and white Ford Mustang. Sitting third, going to be that Castrol GTX 79 of Jay Felton. Right behind them, the all-white 21 Chase Berry. Then it's the Great Lakes Brewing number 2 of Jamie Leach out of Ohio. California Luke is sitting there running 6th, as now they're trying to mix it up here inside your top 5, but sitting 7th now is the 91, the Mountain Dew Taco Bell Baja car. That's Ryan Jones. And then it's Bradley Allison, who got a new number this year for the USRA. And boy, did it change the way that machine drove from Australia. That is Bradley Allison going back around Ryan Jones on the outside. They battle for the 7th and 8th position. John Mullins, there was a big shout out today over there on Facebook. Jared, I don't know if you saw it, but John Mullins calling his shot like Babe Ruth. He said he's coming into Auto Club here tonight, and he's going to win. Right now, he finds himself inside the top 10 as he's battling with the man who's sitting in the 10th position. That's going to be the number 1 out of Iowa. That is Chris Brown.
As a matter of fact, I did see that post, and yeah, he's definitely calling his shot. And he's doing pretty well now, sitting inside the top 10. We got a long way to go in this race.
Yeah, he's got that X-Side machine working towards the front as they are still battling side by side. Chris Brown and Mullins right here to stay inside the top 10. And right in front of them, punching a big hole. It's the Australian and it's the Mountain Dew Taco Bell man there of Ryan Jones. They are still side by side. Jones has it. How about the battle for the lead as they come 3 wide off turn 4 through the tri-oval at the line? Who's going to have it? Too close to call the timing and scoring. Says Jay Felton going to lead that lap, I believe. If he didn't lead that lap right now into turn 1, though, he pokes his nose ahead of the 24 there of Jeff Pogo, who's going to win the battle off turn number 2.
Yeah, as they work their way off to Pogo and Felton are door to door. And it looks like Pogo's going to poke his nose maybe about a car length on him as they go down into 3 with the 21 of Chase Berry. Won the lead in 3rd place right there.
Yeah, as Pogo goes from the middle lane or the outside, however you want to look at it. Now he dives down to the bottom. He takes the air off the 79's front nose. Now he's going to take the lead here off turn number 4. Little Jeff Pogo sitting on 2 phone books now as he comes back across the start-finish line. Tries to break the draft down the front stretch, but he looks to be on A-OK down into turn number 1.
Looks like the 91 of Ryan Jones was by himself on the inside coming to the start-finish line. He's trying to work his way up to 4th as he tries to work his way past the 9 of Steve Holmes. They're door-to-door down the backstretch.
Yeah, remember, Steve Holmes led a handful of laps here in the beginning of the stages of this race. He actually led the first 10 laps here at Auto Club and still continuing to hang here on this long run right inside the top 10. As he slips a little bit, your top 3 are starting to break away. Here comes Ryan Jones off turn number 4 looking for that 4th spot from Holmes, and I believe he has the momentum there in that Camaro.
Yeah, Ryan Jones still can't quite clear the 9 of Holmes as they dive down into turn 1. Yeah, Holmes still sticking with him. Got to make sure that the 20 of LaFaro doesn't try and get a 2-for-1 special as they come off turn 2.
Yeah, Jeff Pogo still leads, but here comes the number 9 charging back to the outside. He's got that DC Solar number 20 tucked up underneath his number 9 car as they go down there into turn 3. The outside lane, yeah, gives up a little momentum maybe in the entry to the corner and a little bit of the middle of the corner as they're 3 wide actually for that position. Now here comes the number 91. Jones going to have the position on the number 9 of Holmes that time at the line. He'll go up. He'll take the air off the 9. Oh, his contact between the 9 and the number 2 down there into turn number 1. It was a close call there, almost wadding up a bunch of good cars because there was Luke LaFaro there also as they made contact down there going into 1.
Yeah, the two of Jamie Leach getting pretty close to the 9 of Steve Holmes. Pretty aggressive racing here in the early stage of this race in this long green flag run. Here comes the 9 of Holmes trying to get back under Leach as they come down in 3.
Down into turn number 3, it shows right now 4th. That's Ryan Jones, Jamie Leach, and then the side-by-side battle between Luke LaFaro and Stephen Holmes. Also, here comes that 64. Mullins now looking back to the inside once again on the number 1, as I believe Holmes may have lifted a little bit there. He lost a little bit of ground. Maybe the car got tight that time off turn number 4, but everybody's starting to freight train that iBuy-Power car on that outside lane.
Yeah, that outside lane I think is starting to get stronger as these tires wear off. Everybody's going to jump to that outside, keep the momentum up. And right now, Steve Holmes is just looking for a way to get that outside.
Yeah, and you talk about outside-inside lane there for a moment. There was a little bit of a battle at the front of the field here. Jay Felton looked like he was going to go to the inside on Jeff Pogo, but Pogo power moved back around that GTX car, and he will lead once again at the start-finish line.
Yeah, 3-car breakaway as they dive down in turn 1. Got one of Jones in 4th place trying to catch him, followed by the 2 of Leach.
Yeah, and with this package brought to us here in Auto Club, I do believe those the Ryan Jones, the Jamie Leach, Luke LaFaro, Chris Brown will be able to catch back up to your leaders as they go back into turn number 3. Battle for the lead. Here comes Jay Felton to the inside on the 24 of Jeff Pogo. Out of turn number 4, it looks like the 79 has about a half-car length lead on the bottom side of the track here at the start-finish line. Give it to the 79, but here comes Jeff Pogo. The momentum just rolls the outside lane.
Yeah, the 79 of Felton really holding strong to that inside by himself. He's going to have a little help with the 91 of Jones behind him now. Looks like 79 of Felton's going to slide up in front of Pogo as they're 3 wide for 2nd place going down the backstretch.
Yeah, the 91 of Jones to the bottom. Barry is stuck in the middle for the time being, and Pogo to the outside. That's the highest Pogo's ever been. He's probably sitting on about 4 phone books now on the outside. Look at the 24. Oh, no grip on the exit of turn number 4. Pogo slides way high, but actually the other two actually slipped up just a little bit too, so Pogo will take back the position. A little bit of a blinking issue by the number 21 of Chase Berry, as that's whose car we were on there following through turn number 4. That's why our camera kind of froze there and got a little bit confused. But Berry going to lose a position. Now he loses 2 positions as the 91 of Ryan Jones gets around him. Now here comes the man out of Kokomo. That guy there in the number 1, he is on a mission. He's bringing his Camaro to the front, and he's trying to pull Luke LaFaro along with him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Roger, the man on the move right now, lurking in that 5th position, is the one of Chris Brown. So he's working on the 21. He's working on the 21 of Chase Berry as they come down to the start-finish line. As Chase Berry is going to try and drive around on the outside with that momentum.
Yeah, and we're talking about big move here by Chris Brown. Talk about the man who's kind of trending in the opposite direction. It is still that iBuy-Power, number 9 of Stephen Holmes. Remember, he led 10 laps here tonight. Now he has fell back. He is now outside your top 10, sitting in the 11th place. He's still here in this lead draft, but he is starting to lose time. Checking out the last time by, he is 2 seconds behind your leader of Jay Felton as they enter turn number 3.
Yeah, another man that has fallen way back. Our pole sitter, 38 of Cody Levitt, just can't seem to catch a break in these first 3 weeks here in the USRA Cup Series.
Yeah, it's been kind of a really bad, slopey start here for the Cup Series for the guy out of Las Vegas. 38-11 now sitting outside the top 20. Thereafter, he went up and hit the wall there. There was a little bit of chatter that the car was tight entering the corner. Then it got a little bit even tighter coming off. And right now, the 38 of Cody Levitt is just pretty much in survival mode. It's just been a terrible sledding start to this season. As right now, it looks like Skip Carman is going to the inside of him here. That damage is really starting to chew up that right front of that 38.
Yeah, as we're working our way towards green flag pit stops, hopefully his crew can maybe get a little tape on that right front end, maybe get a little bit better so he can work his way back up to the front.
Yeah, another driver that's kind of sitting back here, buried in traffic, that is the number 80 of Hank Cast, and his crew is ready up on the wall at any time. If he would want to come down pit road for the 4 fresh tires, his crew is ready. It's going to be 4 fresh tires for the 80 of Hank Casting on this first pit stop, and further up with Sunoco Fuel, as you see the 29 there of Jason Young will around the number 80, so that'd be Jason Young going to the 20th position. Jared Haggerty is back there 21st. Hank Caston is sitting there 22nd. Jonathan Platt, the one sim sponsored 51 is, contact there, actually a little bit of a bobble by, I think that might have been the 22 of Jared Haggerty, and there might be a little bit of damage on that Nebraska Pit Bull rescue car. I don't know if we can get a camera angle onto the back bumper there of the number 22, but you see as he comes down the front stretch, there is damage to the right rear quarter panel on the number 22.
Yeah, there's definitely some damage there. I don't think it'll hurt him too much being on the rear end there, but definitely something to keep an eye out, maybe a tire up or something.
Yeah, there's also quite a few guys on the move. Remember Eric Holland, we talked about him. He started shotgun to the field here tonight. And, well, right now, he moved up inside the top 15. Last time we checked up on Eric Holly, he was running 15th here tonight. Now he's up to the 13th spot, and he's starting to run down Ira Kohlhaas for that number 12 position.
Yeah, the 8 of Holly really looking for a good finish here tonight. He had a bit of a rough couple weeks to start this season off.
Yeah, Daytona wasn't his cup of tea. He would have liked to have a little bit better of a finish from Daytona, but didn't. Las Vegas was a little bit better for the 8 of Holly, but we just watched that little bit of a power move back around the 91 there. That was the 24 of Jeff Pogo. He's going to still hang on to that second position. So Jeff Pogo comes in as a two-time Xfinity champion here for the USR. They start up a Cup Series, and Jeff Pogo really didn't skip a beat on a Thursday night. It seems like Thursday night is his playground of late.
Yeah, Jeff Pogo really having strong start to the season these first 2 weeks. And still another good, strong start to this race here at Auto Club Speedway as he's trying to track down the leader of Jay Felton.
So single file out through your top handful of positions. You got to go all the way back here to that 21st position, 20th position. They are still battling, and it's still the 22 of Hagedorn and Jonathan Platt there in the 51. One sim Georgia Bulldog machine. It looks like the 51 of Platt will get around the Nebraska Pit Bull driver, as now Jonathan Platt takes the 20th position. As Platt smacks the wall out of turn number 4. You saw it live. You saw it make the move. As actually he's going to go from the outside wall down to the inside wall. Heavy, heavy damage done to the 51 there of Jonathan Platt. He's going to actually take the toe to pit road, so that is a big disappointment there, I'm sure, for the number 51 of Jonathan Platt.
Yeah, tough break for Platt there. Meanwhile, back up front for the second position, you got the 91 of Jones trying to get under the 24 of Pogo. If they come out of turn 4, I think Pogo's going to get the momentum on the outside, maybe be able to clear him as they come to the start-finish line.
Yeah, Jay Felton right now looking in the mirror, seeing the battle for second brewing even harder and harder as the laps wind down here tonight. We have been green flag racing the entire 36 laps under green flag, and now we are working lap 37. Green flag pit stops gotta be looming in the near future. Our calculator could be a little bit broke, but we're going to find out here in just a moment where and when and how far these drivers can stretch the tank of fuel here. We know the draft plays a huge factor here at Auto Club, just like it would at Daytona. But look at this battle. Ryan Jones still to the inside. Jeff Pogo to the outside. Jamie Leach for a moment thought about sticking the nose of that Camaro right through the middle of them. Now here comes Chris Brown. So 4 drivers for the second, third, fourth, and fifth position. Felton right now at the line, 1.5 second lead out front.
Yeah, Felton trying to run away with this one, as Leach and Jones are side by side for that third place, and Jones going to clear him as they come off of turn 2. And here comes the one of Chris Brown under the 2 of Leach as they come down the backstretch.
Here they come, ripping and roaring down the backstretch. Number 1 of Chris Brown looking to the inside here on the number 2 of Jamie Leach, and there goes the 91. He's going to look to try and drive it in way hard down into turn number 3. Coming through 3, though, through the middle of turn 3 and 4. Not going to stick. I believe he's going to slide a little bit as, Pogo slid off turn number 4, so that allowed the 91 to get an even better run as they come down the front stretch. Here they come, heads up racing. Now working lap 39 here tonight.
Yeah, you got Jones and Pogo door-to-door, and you had Leach and Brown door-to-door behind them as they work their way through 1 and 2. Neither one of them can clear each other.
As they still continue to be side-by-side racing back here. As they went side-by-side, that allowed the number 20 of Luke LaFaro and the 21 of Chase Berry to close the door, or close the gap on them, as now they are knocking on the back door here for this battle. And the more these guys battle, the more Jay Felton actually starts to pull away on Jeff Pogo and Ryan Jones.
Yeah, Jay Felton is loving what he's seeing in his mirror as they get smaller and smaller, it seems, and looks like the 91 of Jones is all by himself on that inside as they come down through 1 and 2. And looks like the 24 of Pogo is going to get the momentum on the outside as they come off of 2, and he's going to clear him down the backstretch.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see that time by on the front stretch, how close together those 5 cars, on the outside lane were, as they were nose to tail. You could have swore you were coming through the tri-oval at Daytona, as green flag pit stops are starting to happen here. When are your leaders going to pit? It might be the 91. Ryan Jones going to be the first one of your leaders. Here comes Luke LaFaro right along with him, right on lap 40, where we thought that's about right where your leaders would pit. Here comes the 91 of Jones. Here comes LaFaro down pit road. A whole slew of other guys coming along with him. It looks like the 9 of Holmes, the 8 of Holly, and looks like getting a little bit of timing and scoring jump. There it is. Ira Kohlhaas also down pit road. So Jay Felton going to stay out here and make his lead even larger.
Yeah, 79 of Felton, almost a 2-second lead on second place Jeff Pogo. Be interesting to see when he's going to come down pit road, as he's going to come down pit road right now.
Yeah, here comes Jeff Pogo. Here comes Jay Felton. It also looks like here comes a lot of your other top 10 drivers as Jamie Leach stays out. Chris Brown, Chase Berry. It looks like Bradley Allison. And is that Michael Sturgill, I believe, coming down pit road along with Doug Ungari and Dan Dill. So that will now leave 3 drivers out here. Inside your top 3, it's Jamie Leach, Jeff Price, and David Carman, your top 3 drivers, as they stay out here to circle around this Auto Club Speedway. They are making their fuel last the longest here, but the question is new tires going to mean that much? Is it a little too late now for Jamie Leach? He got the lead his lap, as now you see him onto the apron there, and he coming in pretty slow.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting, like you said, to see how these tires, new tires, old tires, match up here. As 2 of Leach, nice smooth entry into pit lane, and he's about to come into his pit stop.
And so as Jamie Leach comes down, he's also going to bring along Price and looks like David Carman. So the 4th place man who's out there coming up to speed off pit road, that's going to be Jay Felton. Remember, he had a 2.5-second lead entering pit road. Now look at, here comes the 91. Ryan Jones going to dive to the inside, going down into turn number 3. He will take away the position because, well, Jay Felton just not up to speed yet. Here comes Luke LaFaro in that DC Solar car. He'll take away the position. Also, Jamie Leach is now coming out of pit road, but he will lose the lead here in just a moment.
Yeah, Jay Felton back to about the 3rd position, I believe, as we cycle through these green flag pit stops. Even though he wasn't up to speed coming off pit road, it's not going to be as bad as Daytona, as you want to have that drafting help. You'll still be able to catch the pack here at the Auto Club Speedway.
Yeah, so your top 5 drivers right now as we cycle through green flag pit stops. It's going to be Ryan Jones. It's going to be Luke LaFaro. Jay Felton sits there 3rd, and those are your 3 cars in a little bit of a breakaway. Then it's about 3.5 seconds back to this group of cars. It is Jeff Pogo, Chris Brown, Stephen Holmes. There's 3 cars under a blanket there, nose to tail, down in turns 1 and 2. Then sitting right behind them in the 7th position, going to be the number 21 of Barry, and behind him, that's going to be Leach, then Holly. Holly now making his first stint here into the top 10, but here comes the 10th place driver, the 64 of John Mullins.
Yeah, John Mullins in that X-Side car really has it wound up on the inside, as he's going to try and clear Holly as they come through the tri-oval, and Holly's going to get the run on the outside, and he will beat him to the line as they go down into turn 1.
Yeah, that outside line just carries so much momentum, and Holly has the number 2 of Jamie Leach out in front of him, as actually it looks like Mullins slid right up in front of the 81 there of Dan Dill. Dan Dill trying to come into the night. He had a little bit of a shout out there on Twitter this morning that he wasn't truly excited to get back in the car here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. He has just been having a rough start. Remember, last lap at Daytona had the lead, and then all of a sudden all went awry on the backstretch, and they all clouds of smoke, sparks, car parts everywhere. Dan Dill ended up from the lead all the way to one of the last cars on the lead lap. So it's just been a rough start of the season. Like we said for Holly, it's been an even rougher start for Dan Dill, who had the checkered flag just about a mile and a half out in front of him. Just couldn't complete it at Daytona.
Yeah, definitely a heartbreaker for Dan Dill there at Daytona, but only 2 weeks into the season, like we said, there's a lot of heavy hitters that haven't had the great start to the season. Still a long way to go to get back up into points.
Yeah, and a long way to go, but a short time to get there, says Jamie Leach, because he just went around the 21 there of Chase Berry, so that'll move him up into the 7th position. Remember, Jamie Leach was one of your last cars to bring her down pit road, so he does have the freshest tires out there on track. Remember the last time we talked about your top 3, which was Jones, LaFaro, and Felton? It is still Jones, LaFaro, Felton, as you see the 22 of Jared Haggerty coming off pit road, so your leaders go around him. But now that gap that used to be right around 2.5 seconds is now 3.5 seconds back to this group that we are watching on track, because your leaders are still nose to tail. There is nothing changed at the front of the field here.
Yeah, LaFaro and Felton definitely breaking away from this pack. Meanwhile, the pack behind them, led by the 24 Pogo, and it looks like he's going to dive down to the apron as they come to the start-finish line, followed by Brown and Leach. A little bit of strategy play, try and cut the course off. But it looks like Brown is going to try and get to the inside of Pogo as they come down to 1.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to. Here comes the 2, knocking on the back door of the number 1. Jamie Leach has the 4 fresh tires, and look at him come through the center of the corner. He got a great run through the center, and I think he's going to get a really good run down the backstretch, as you see number 1 there. As here comes the number 2 to the inside here on Chris Brown. Here comes Leach attempting to make the pass here for the 5th position. He's going to get the 5th position, and I think he might actually get the 4th position all in one corner.
Leach with an incredible run through the corner, getting a 2 for 1 there, and he is going to take over 3rd place as they come down to the start-finish line. Here comes Pogo and Brown back on the inside.
Yeah, Jamie Leach throws a little bit of a block. Jeff Pogo pushes the number 2 car into corner number 1. It looks like Jamie's going to get a good run through 1, but the man who didn't get a good run, that's going to be the number 1 of Chris Brown. He went up the track as this all is unfolding back here. Now they are sitting at a 4-second deficit to the number 2 of Jamie Leach. He has the 4 fresh tires, but it's only by about a lap and a half. Well, 2 laps if you count Ryan Jones and Luke LaFaro. I don't know if fresh tires here from Auto Club are going to be able to make up that now, as they come off turn 4, a 4-second deficit.
Yeah, I think tires are pretty even here. Like only a few laps difference is going to make a whole lot of difference in the tires. But Luke LaFaro and Felton are really liking what they're seeing or not seeing in the rearview mirrors. They have almost a 4-second gap on Leach.
Yeah, and I was looking at the last time by. Last time by for Ryan Jones was a 39.984. Last time by for Jamie Leach was a 40 flat. So the leaders may have the older tires, but they are still making some hay out there tonight.
They come down to the start-finish line, and Leach took off about a 10th on that lap to the leaders. And it looks like we have a battle for the lead now.
Yeah, it's a 3-car battle. Here comes Luke LaFaro to the inside on Ryan Jones. Jay Felton now back to the back bumper of your 2 leaders as they go down the backstretch. Your leaders are now starting to mix it up. They feel like they have a good or a big enough draft as they go down into the corner. It looks like Ryan Jones may have drifted a little bit high. Luke LaFaro going to take the lead out of turn number 4. And Jay Felton, I think he might be playing a little bit of mind games here with your leaders. He knows he's out here on the front pack as you see Ryan Jones cross over the number 20 of LaFaro at the line. But maybe Felton's back here saving a little bit of fuel, getting the tow around Auto Club.
Yeah, Jay Felton with the best seat in the house right now watching this battle for the lead. He's just going to sit back and pick his spot, like you said, maybe save some tires, save some fuel. It looks like the 20 of LaFaro is going to try and get by the 91 of Jones as they dive down to turn 3.
Yeah, down into 3 here they come once again. They swap the inside, they swap the outside. Luke LaFaro going to go to the inside lane this time, and he is going to clear the 91 of Ryan Jones. But now we thought the 79 of Felton was just kind of sitting back there and looming. Well, now here he comes to the inside and right back to the back bumper of the number 20 at the line. That is Ryan Jones pushing the number 20 of Luke LaFaro. So LaFaro trying to hold off two strong charging competitors here on lap 53. And I think here comes now Jay Felton to the inside. He may have a good run down the backstretch.
Yeah, LaFaro tried to shut the door going down to 1, but the 79 of Felton was already there and busting down that door. And it looks like he's going to peek his nose out as they come through 3 and 4 down to the front stretch.
Yeah, watching the timing and scoring, because it is the battle for the lead here between these three. They have all swapped it back and forth at one point or another here in the last handful of laps as we watch this great battle unfold here. And Jamie Leach has actually really started to pick up the pace. That time by, Jamie Leach actually about 2/10 slower than Jay Felton. But remember, the gap was just about 4 seconds, a little over 4 seconds. Now it's down under 3 seconds for Jamie Leach to the back bumper here of Jay Felton.
Yeah, with these leaders really mixing it up here, going 2-3 wide, it's really letting the 2 of Leach and 24 Pogo catch back up to him as they have it under 3 seconds. And LaFaro going to go for the lead as they come out of turn 4.
Yeah, slide job galore that time off turn number 4, and Jay Felton says, you can slide up all you want, my friend. I'll dive it right back underneath you. And at the line, though, give it to Luke LaFaro, but Jay Felton now noses ahead in the 79 Castrol GTX car, and it's still the 3-wide battle. Look at all 3 drivers here in your top 3. They took different lines that time down into turn number 1. They come off turn number 2. Oh, as Luke LaFaro scrapes the outside wall.
LaFaro into the outside wall. Jones dives down to the bottom. Looks like Jones is going to clear him as they go into 3. Luke LaFaro hitting the outside wall, but doesn't seem to slow him down too much.
Yeah, here on lap 55 as your leaders battled out in front of the field. Luke LaFaro trying to get everything he could out of that Toyota. Hits the outside wall. We're going to now have to pay attention. Remember, we saw the 38 of Cody Levitt hit the wall back in the beginning of the race, and that really killed the speed out of the 38 of Levitt. He's running back in the 23rd position. And, well, now you just saw Luke LaFaro go up and scrape that outside wall. How much damage, though, is done to the 20 versus what the 38 did early on. We're going to have to pay a little bit of attention as that all unfolded. Now Jamie Leach and Jeff Pogo sitting right there. You can see him in the camera angle, or in that camera shot. Jamie Leach now under 2.5 seconds. He is bringing the Great Lakes Brewing Company, number 2, back towards the front, and he is still bringing along a couple of his friends.
Yeah, Jamie Leach really starting to reel them in as you got the 24 of Pogo, the 1 of Brown, and the 21 of Chase Berry hot on his tail as they're coming for that lead.
They are really starting to pull in your leaders. Eric Holly still sitting back here leading the next pack of cars. It's Holly, Dill, Holmes, Allison, Sturgill, and Kohlhaas all back here battling it out as they are still battling really hard to just stay right inside the top 10. Dan Dill is trying to hold off and defend that position from Stephen Holmes and Bradley Allison. Eric Holly just trying to run away with that number 8 and hide from this group of cars.
Yeah, it looks like the 87 of Allison is going to dive down to the inside of the 81 of Dill. Oh, and he's going to split Dill and Holmes as they come to the start-finish line.
Yeah, Dill makes it to the inside, though, and he's going to take that position, or I shouldn't say take it, but he's going to hold the position. Look at them all battle back here. This is some great racing here tonight at Auto Club Speedway, here from the USRA. It is your ASPCA 250 Animal Rescue race, and somebody's going to have to rescue me here from all the excitement here tonight that these drivers are putting on. 58 green flag laps here from Auto Club. What one heck of a show.
Yeah, almost about 2 laps, lap and a half from halfway here at the Auto Club Speedway. Great green flag action through the whole thing. As it looks like they're almost down to 2 seconds as Jamie Leach is still reeling in that lead pack.
Yeah, Jamie Leach has actually now started to pull himself away from the Jeff Pogo and the Chris Brown duo as Luke LaFaro has lost the lead draft. He is now shown 2 seconds back. You can see him right there in the center of the screen, the blue number 20. It's unfortunate that Luke LaFaro got into the outside wall there, battling so hard to try and stay up into the lead here. But just over halfway left in this event, he has started to go backwards. You can tell how much damage now is really done to the number 20.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to fall back here. And it'll only be a matter of laps as Leach is almost right on his tail within a few car lengths as they come down to turn 1.
Down into turn 1, it's still Jay Felton, Ryan Jones off turn number 2. Then it's Luke LaFaro, then Jamie Leach, who sits now 1.5 seconds off your leader's back door. And then it's Jeff Pogo sitting about just under the 3-second marker, with Chris Brown, Chase Berry hot on the heels of the number 1. Then 4 seconds back, you're going to find the number 8 of Eric Holly, Dan Dillon 9th, and then Bradley Allison right now rounding out your top 10 cars. And Allison's just not quite content with the 10th position because he is still beating down the back door on the number 81 of Dan Dill.
Yeah, Allison, the last few laps, like you said, really on the back bumper of Dill. Does not want to give up that 10th, and let him have that 9th position as they come off turn 2.
Fastest car on the track last time by was the number 2 of Jamie Leach, and he is getting a little bit of a draft to help there as he is caught now. Luke LaFaro, he's about 3 car lengths off the back bumper of the number 20, and that is soon going to become the battle as we're about halfway into this green flag fuel run here from Auto Club. Let's take a lap around this Auto Club Speedway here with the number 2 of Jamie Leach. As there you saw it live, a couple laps from the in-car camera, the gyro camera from the number 2 of Jamie Leach, as we bring you back to live action, because now it's about to be the battle for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, because Jamie Leach has now pulled in the number 20 of Luke LaFaro and Ryan Jones, as Jay Felton now on this later green flag run here for the 2nd stint of the race has started to pull away from the entire field now, has a 1-second lead over these 3 drivers.
Yeah, Jay Felton really pulling out a lead here. It doesn't seem like that damage to the 20 of LaFaro really hurt him too much right now as he started to reel in the 91 of Jones. But the 2 of Leach is looking to get them both as they come down to turn 1.
Yeah, I think what is really helping the number 20 of Luke LaFaro right now is going to be the fact that he is caught back up to Ryan Jones, because Jones may have drove the wheels off that 91 Taco Bell Mountain Dew car. And now Luke LaFaro can sit right behind him and get towed around this Auto Club Speedway. And now he has Jamie Leach right behind him. But as Jamie Leach caught the number 20 of Luke LaFaro, he has not been able to get around him. He has not been able to find a way around. And the more time that now Jamie Leach sits back here behind the number 20 of Luke LaFaro, that's allowing the 24 of Jeff Pogo and Chris Brown to start closing the gap now. As here comes now Jamie Leach looking to the inside of the number 20 of Luke LaFaro on the front stretch.
Jamie Leach door to door as they go down to 1. It looks like he's going to go for the 91 of Jones as they come through 1 and 2 as he's right on the rear bumper. And here comes the 20 of LaFaro trying to get back by the 2 of Leach as they come off turn 2.
Yeah, Luke LaFaro going to pull the crossover move off turn number 2 as you saw Jeff Pogo and Chris Brown real close on that camera angle. They are definitely pushing together to try and make this little 2-mile track feel more like Daytona, as they are 2 of the best pushers you're going to find out there. But Luke LaFaro tried that crossover move, not able to make it stick. Jamie Leach is kind of powered up with a little bit fresher tire, and now he's going to set his eyes on that 91 car. Can he get around Ryan Jones for the 2nd position and start to run down Jay Felton? These guys, as they battle, Jamie's going to go to the outside here in turn 1. Can he make the outside lane work? They are now a 2.5 seconds back off Jay Felton.
And Jamie Leach tried the inside last lap. Now he's going to try the outside this lap. Get the momentum down the back stretches. They're just about door to door as they come down to turn 3.
As they come down towards turn 3, Luke LaFaro trying to decide, does he want the inside lane, does he want the outside lane? Right now, he has to pick who's he going to go with, and it's going to be door-to-door off turn number 4. I think the two of Jamie Leach might have a little bit of a more momentum factor to the outside there in that Great Lakes car. Let's see at the line who's going to have the position. Give it to Jamie Leach at the line, but I don't think he's going to clear him by the time they get down to turn 1.
No, he's not. They're still door-to-door as they come through 1 and 2, and it looks like Jones, looks like he was going to try and slide up in front of him as they come off 2, but can't clear him as they go down the backstretch door-to-door.
This is great battle here for the second position, but as they battle door-to-door, Jeff Pogo is about to join this battle along with Chris Brown. They have run down your second, third, fourth place runners, and the man who's loving every moment, look at that wiggle out of Jamie Leach, had to drift the number 2 a little bit higher than he wanted to that time in turn 3. Might lose a little bit of ground here to Ryan Jones, but Jay Felton now almost at a 2-second lead here tonight. You see him right there in the GTX car as he passes the camera, and there's the rest of your field chasing down Jay Felton.
Yeah, Felton pulling away, and the 24 of Pogo and the 1 of Chris Brown are pulling up to this battle of Jones, Leach, and LaFaro as they come down the backstretch.
Yeah, they're not the only ones closing the gap. Looks like that 21 there of Chase Berry has also started to close in on this battle, and he's bringing right along Eric Hawley, Dan Dill, and Bradley Allison. So this battle that was a 2-car battle for second, that's turned into a 3-car battle. Now it's a whole 5-car battle for that position, and it's about to get a lot more hectic at the front here.
Yeah, I mean, throw a blanket over these 5 cars. He's got the 91 of Jones still working the inside of Leach, and it looks like Leach is going to clear him and go down in front of him as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, that's what Jamie Leach exactly needed to do there. He got the number 2 around the 91 there of Jones going down into turn 1, and in the middle of turn 1 and 2, he elected to go right down to the bottom, packing the air onto the front of that 91 of Jones car. Wasn't able to get a good run off turn number 2 then was Jones, and now he's going to be back under fire. Luke LaFaro, now we're going to see how much damage is exactly done to the number 20 of Luke LaFaro as he goes to the outside. He's going to try and get around that Ryan Jones machine. He's got Jeff Pogo and Chris Brown to the outside, so a 3-car tandem.
Yeah, the 20 of LaFaro with that damage. It looks like Pogo looked like he was going to poke his nose in, try and make it 3 wide, but the 91 of Jones hanging tough on the inside all by himself as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the track surfaces. Oh, I believe the 24 of Jeff Pogo may have just went up the track, and I'm not sure if he got into the wall. I did see sparks fly, but you know sometimes, now he is definitely into the outside wall going into turn 3. That is going to hurt the performance now on the 24 of Jeff Pogo. You can definitely tell there is damage done to the front nose of that 24 machine.
Yeah, that damage is going to hurt Pogo a little bit as the 91 of Jones really went backwards as he's all the way back to about the 6th position in that one lap. But right now you got the 20 of LaFaro leading the 1 of Brown and the 24 of Pogo as they come out of turn 2.
Yeah, Jamie Leach has definitely turned on the jets here tonight because now he has started to reel back in Jay Felton. So the tires on the number 2 here tonight are really good. Could Jamie Leach kind of get a little bit of redemption here in California? He is California dreaming right now as he has now cut that lead from Jay Felton down from, what was it? I think almost at a 6-second deficit when we went or kind of cycled through the field from green flag pit stops. Now it's down to about a 1.5 seconds that time by at the line.
Yeah, Jamie Leach really flexing his muscle right now. Another man flexing his muscle is the 1 of Chris Brown as he's working the inside of LaFaro as they come down to turn 1.
Yeah, down at turn 1, you see Brown really running the inside lane. We haven't seen anybody really make moves down there unless they have 4 fresh tires. Chris Brown has the old tires and is trying to work around Luke LaFaro. Remember, Jeff Pogo was in front of the number 1 of Brown this whole run pretty much. But with Pogo getting into the outside wall, just not able to pull the little train around, so he is the caboose on the back of the number 1 as they come off turn number 4. Everybody minding their P's and Q's here from Auto Club, but I think the tension's about to start tuning up.
Yeah, as these laps wind down, people are going to start to get a little restless and get some aggression going here. As it looks like the 91 of Jones is going to try and make a move on the inside of Brown as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, these are your closest battles on track. Everybody else is single file, not really pushing the envelope. So your top 5 battle here tonight have been closer than anybody else. And Luke LaFaro holds the 3rd spot. Remember how Jamie Leach, I said, was at a 1.5 seconds behind your leader of Jay Felton? Ever since Jamie Leach got to about a second and a half, Jay Felton kind of stepped it up last time by. As let's check the speeds this time by at the line. Who's got the quicker speed at the line? Jamie Leach barely has a little bit quicker of a lap that time by. It was a 41.430 for Jay Felton and a 41.402 for Jamie Leach. So almost heads up, mano-y-mano here at the front.
Yeah, definitely close speeds as you got the one of Chris Brown really pushing Lothario as they go down to turn 3. Gotta wonder if the 91 of Jones is gonna see a door open, try and push his way through as they come off turn 4.
As they come off turn 4, Chris Brown is back there still pushing on the back bumper of the number 20. It's something that we saw him do to the 24 of Jeff Pogo all the way back up to the leaders here. But now something may have happened. Let's check back and see where our leaders is. He went around the number 22 of Jared Hagedorn. Hagedorn now shown 2 laps down with a bunch of damage done to that 22 car. We seen when he got that right rear damage. We did not see where he got the front nose damage on that 22 machine. But that car has knocked all the speed out of it here tonight. But now Jamie Leach is now just hovering right around the 1 second marker, but that time off 4 slipped a little bit, got a little tight for the driver of the number 2, and he lost all that ground back to a 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, Jamie Leach losing a little ground there, but still battling for the 3rd position is the 20 of Lothario. It looks like the 91 of Jones is going to try and get the 4th position away from Brown as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, as they come off turn 2 like that, Jeff Pogo has lost a little bit of ground. He's now fell back into the clutches of the number 21 of Chase Berry, and Eric Holly is right there. Still Dan Dill. Then it's Michael Sturgill, who has now wrangled his way into the top 10. He has got around Bradley Allison. Now there's the battle back here for the 11th position. It's Allison and Holmes as they are battling for that 11th and 12th position. And don't forget about Big Country back here. It's Ira Kohlhaas bringing the 33 car into the 13th spot. David Carman runs 14th, and John Mullins runs in your 15th spot. That's your top 15 for the time being.
As you see, the 33 of Ira Kohlhaas trying to get under the 9 of Holmes. Holmes was up there leading this race in the early stages and really fell off since.
Yeah, Holmes led 10 laps in the early stages along with Jeff Pogo. And ever since Holmes and Pogo kind of relinquished the lead, it's been that man out front that you see coming off turn number 4 across the start-finish line. And that's going to be Jay Felton. He is going to come across the stripe. He's going to lead his 39th lap here tonight from Auto Club. And he is just on fire. Jamie Leach has started to close the gap just a little bit again. Now it's hovering right around that 1 second marker again, but every time he gets a little bit closer, he kind of falls back to about that 1.5 seconds. Ever since the tires just must be wearing out here for the number 2 of Jamie Leach.
Yeah, Jamie Leach just trying to hold on right now, just trying to keep an even pace with the 79 of Felton as we're working our way towards green flag pit stops.
Yeah, green flag pit stops here looming, not in the all too future. As now we're going to come here, we're going to complete lap 79. The next car that might fall victim to going a lap down is possibly going to be your pole setter here tonight. And it might be the 38 here of Cody Levitt. Doug Ungari is running in your 20th position. Jason Harrison is 19th. Hank Caston runs 18th. And Cameron Combs is in your 17th position. A couple of guys have dropped connections here in the last little bit. The 04 of Danny Valenzuela losing connection. He is shown in your 27th spot, 15 laps down. Josiah Millen fell victim to the iRacing bug where his screen has froze. So the driver of that East Penn Deca battery manufacturer has now fallen out of the race, shown 22 laps down in the 28th position. Jeffrey Price also unfortunately losing connection here to the iRacing server along with Robert Dudley. Miroslav Mach has retired the 68. He is shown in your 31st position. Jonathan Platt, we saw his issues, and Michael Broomley also having connection issues to the iRacing server here. He is shown in your 33rd spot, 72 laps down.
Yeah, a lot of guys having some network problems here tonight. Tough break for those guys. Meanwhile, still out front is James Felton. Looks like Jamie Leach is cutting that lead a little bit, but still over a second back.
Yeah, he was starting to cut into the lead, but he's going to be one of the first leaders down pit road, and he is going to bring everybody along with him. It's Jamie Leach, it's Luke LaFaro, Chris Brown, Ryan Jones, Chase Berry, Eric Holly, Michael Sturgill, Stephen Holmes, Ira Kohlhaas. They are all down pit road, so might as well call it your top 10 other than your leader of Jay Felton. Down pit road here. And let's check. Where is your leader? There's your leader coming down the backstretch. He right now only has 3 other drivers out there with the leader. It's Bradley Allison, David Carman, and Cameron Combs. And actually, here comes Jay Felton. He's not going to go any farther on this tank of fuel, on these tires. He's going to come down pit road. Everybody actually coming down pit road pretty quick here. Not trying to push it as far as they did last time by. Bradley Allison will stay out here and lead a lap. So Bradley Allison, as you see, all your leaders now coming off pit road. Allison was shown outside the top 10 when all these leaders pitted, and that just shows you how much ground coming in under the green flag is going to lose you here tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of time to be won and lost on pit road, and I believe this could be, barring a caution, this could be the last pit stops of the night, because we're looking at about 40 laps on a fuel run, and that's how many we got to go.
Yeah, just under the 40 marker this time by. I expect the 87 here of Allison. I heard his crew chief call him down pit road, so the 87 of Bradley Allison going to come down pit road. We're expecting David Carman to also be coming down pit road, possibly this time by. Let's check where it is. There is the number 30 of David Carman out of Ohio. He will bring the 30 down to his pit crew, get 4 fresh tires, fill up for the final time here, and get back out on the track. So that is right now. We are waiting on just one driver, but he is off sequence. That is the 34 of Darren Scandarito, shown 1 lap down in your 19th position, and he is bringing that Logitech machine down pit road. I think we might have a change for the lead here. Jamie Leach is right now shown out in front of Jay Felton. That's because Jamie Leach had a little bit quicker. It looks like almost a half a second quicker in and out of his pit box down pit road, and 1 lap before Jay Felton to pit road. And things are a little bit tighter here at the front after green flag pit stops. It's Jamie Leach, Jay Felton, then it's a battle for heads up right behind Jay. It's going to be the number 20 of Luke LaFaro. There's a lap down car in the mix here. 2 lap down cars, but it's Luke LaFaro, Chris Brown, Ryan Jones, all right there in the front pack. Then it's Jeff Pogo. He's just barely hanging on to this battle. And then you got to go a little bit farther back. You can find Chase Berry. As Berry pushed it real hard that time off turn number 4, and that white car almost found the outside wall. But there are 7 cars I would consider right now within a 2-second blanket of your leader and still in contention here tonight.
Yeah, these green flag pit stops really bunching the crew back up, as Jamie Leach's pit crew really got him off pit road really fast. And it looks like here comes the 79 of Felton, as he's going past the 00 of Doug Ungari, and he's setting his sights on 2 of Jamie Leach.
Yeah, the California native of Doug Ungari not having the night he would have expecting. And we have a caution flag out here on track. It looks like the 29, Jason Young, has gone around right as soon as Doug Ungari got put a lap down, so we're going to have to rewind it here for the first time tonight. A lap 85, the caution flag waving. Let's throw her back and find out exactly what happened to the 29 here of Young. Young goes up the track. He just hits the wall and maybe just loses it, spins it right around on the apron, but unfortunately the car was up on the track just enough with your leaders coming that the caution flag is going to wave here. So just Young getting into the outside wall. Caution coming out. We'll throw it back here. You already see the spin happen just a little bit farther back. There you see the 29 up into the outside wall. No contact with anybody else out there on track. I believe that might have been, not sure who that was right behind the 29 when all that unfolded. It might have been Michael Sturgill. But the 29 there of Young going to go around, going to bring out our first caution flag of the night. What do you do here if you're the leaders? Do you come down and put 4 fresh tires on?
Yeah, it looks like they're all going to come down here pit road. This could be the final stop of the night.
Yeah, so an unexpected caution flag waving here tonight, as here come your leaders right down pit road. Leach, Felton, LaFaro, Brown, Jones, Pogo, Barry, Allison, they are all coming down pit road. Actually, Allison staying out here. He was your last one to pit, and he will stay out here under this yellow flag. He will not come down pit road, so he'll take over the lead as everybody else. 4 fresh tires, maybe just top her off with fuel. A lot of these guys might go with the strategy of, we're not going to take fuel here. We're just going to put tires on her.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get fuel, though, if you're going to get tires. You might have a green-white checkered. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Everybody off pit road. It looks like there were a couple other guys who played a little bit of a strategy here. It looks like Jay Felton, though, will be the first one out of pit road out of the guys who came down. So it's Jay Felton actually with a 2-tire stop here for the 79 of Jay Felton. 2-tire stop for the 21 here of Chase Berry. And then it was 4 tires for Jamie Leach, 2 tires for Dan Dill, 4 tires for Luke LaFaro, 4 tires for Chris Brown, and then another 2-tire stop for the 8 of Eric Holly. So strategies being played here in the late stages here from Auto Club in the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250 tonight, presented by Skip Carman. Let's check out, where is Skip Carman out there on track. Skip Carman, ladies and gentlemen, shown right now back on the lead lap, but if he brings that number 19 down pit road, he'll be shown one more lap down. Let's see what's the Skip Carman car gonna do. Out of turn number 4, he is going to bring her down pit road, so he'll go back to being 1 lap down, but I think he'll be the first car 1 lap down.
Yeah, 2-tire strategy by those guys out front. Not too bad of a choice. We haven't seen tires take too much of effect here on these green flag runs.
That man right there, though, that's the 87 here of Bradley Allison. Started back there in your 6th position. Fell outside the top 10 there on that green flag run. He was the last one down pit road, but he's going to be the first one here on the restart as he is slotted first. Cameron Combs makes his first appearance here inside the top 3 as Combs custom paint there on the hood of that number 15. That is one wicked flame job. I believe that flame is hotter than me maybe on that car, so we might not want to touch that one. But Jay Felton then is going to be the first one who came down pit road. Remember, a 2-tire stop for the 79 there of Jay Felton. Then Chase Berry with another 2-tire stop. He'll start there in your 4th spot. Your first guy on 4 fresh tires. We're going to see how it plays out. Jamie Leach going to roll the dice, put 4 fresh tires on, and he'll restart in your 5th spot.
Yeah, Bradley Allison with your bold strategy of the race so far. Staying out, not taking any tires. Interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, I thought there was another bold strategy here tonight. I thought it was just the 00 making it to the race was the bold strategy.
Well, Roger, I mean, you have your pick bold strategy. I got mine. You know, that's how it works here.
I got you. It's kind of like a pickup football league.
Absolutely.
Well, pickup football. Pretty interesting, just like the pretty interesting strategies here from the Auto Club Speedway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about, I believe we're going to get the 1 to go signal here. Yes, we are. So we're going to line them up 2 by 2, door to door, nose to tail. We're going to turn these bad boys loose. Remember, the beginning stages of this race, it took about 30 laps before we saw these guys start to really file out and see who had fresher tires, who had the better long run car. Well, that's exactly what we're going to get here towards the end of this one. It's going to be 31 laps to go. No pit stops are going to be needed here tonight the rest of the way, unless something happens. Then we might see some more tire strategy being played, but it's going to be Bradley Allison taking the inside lane here with Cameron Combs there in 2nd to the outside. 2-tire stop then going to be the next guy. That is the 79 of Jay Felton, then Chase Berry. Then it's the 4 tires.
Yeah, 4 tires of Leach. You got Brown, Dill. It should be an exciting finish here, Roger.
Well, hopefully Doug Ungari keeps that 00 pointed in the right direction and doesn't step on it. Well, we're coming into turn number 3, and we're gonna get it going here, Jarrett. Short run to the finish here tonight. We do thank everybody for tuning in here on a Thursday night to your Turn 3 Racing Network. How about we turn it up a little here on this restart? pretty intense racing here at the front in the late stages of your ASPCA Animal Rescue 250. Here comes Chase Berry. He's got two fresh tires as Jay Felton did make his way back to the lead. You saw some 3 wide. You've seen some 4 wide racing when we went back to green flag racing, Jarrett. But look who fell outside the top 10. The number 2 of Jamie Leach, who we saw the first car on 4 fresh tires, fell now outside the top 10.
Yeah, Jamie Leach had a big slide as they came through 1 and 2 last lap. Now he lost a lot of momentum as he tries to get that thing wound up and back to the front.
It's going to be pretty interesting to watch him, see if he can come back through the field, but there's a battle for the lead. Here comes the 21 of Chase Berry. He is now going to look to the inside in turn 3. Can he take the lead away from Jay Felton? Off turn number 4, it looks like the 21 is going to have the run.
Yeah, the 21 trying to get the run on the inside. Here comes the 79 of Felton. It'll be the 21 of Chase Berry leading them to the line as they come down to turn 1.
Yeah, they're coming down to turn 1, and here comes the number 1, Chris Brown, 4 fresh tires, sitting right there in the middle. And how about the man sitting sick, kind of lurking in the background? That's the 81 of Dan Dill. Oh, contact towards mid-pack! Contact, I think that's the number 1 of Chris Brown is going around. Bradley Allison, Jamie Leach involved, Dan Dill, Luke LaFaro, all caught up in the late wreck here. Oh boy. Oh boy, as Chris Brown's number 1 sits down to the inside, missing its bumper. Cody Levitt comes to a rest down there, but Luke LaFaro also wrapped up in this. We're going to have to go back and pretty much probably dissect who's actually all even involved in this wreck, as they were 3 wide racing. As there you see the number 1 of Chris Brown. He was coming through the middle. Let's see what's it going to show. As you see Brown actually make contact with Allison, and then airborne goes the number 1. How about Jamie Leach just getting tagged there? Dan Dill going around. Luke LaFaro getting some pretty heavy damage there because Bradley Allison came back down the track. And then the 20 of Luke LaFaro doesn't hold his brakes and then runs right into the front nose of the 38. Jarrett, that's something you didn't want to see happen.
No, definitely not. Our points leader coming into this race gets some heavy contact.
Yeah, let's go from over top here once again. You're going to see it all unfold right out in front of your leaders here. Chris Brown trying to run. Maybe a little bit of net code. I should say a little bit, and I mean, well, that's actually quite a bit of net code. Bradley Allison tagging the 81 of Dan Dill, and the 81 of Dan Dill then tagging the number 2 of Jamie Leach. Let's throw her back here just a little bit farther. See if we can go from the gyro camera here, riding along with Jamie Leach. You see it all unfold ahead of him. Jamie Leach just goes down to the bottom. And didn't he have a clue what was going to happen to the right side of that number 2 car? He spun her around. Pretty good save by the number 2, though, of Jamie Leach, because he was able to actually spin her around there, Jared. He just kept on digging.
Yeah, he definitely had a good save there. Took a bit of a hit to that right side. I don't think it'll hurt him too much here, as it's more towards the rear.
Yeah, and a lot of strategy once again being played here. Michael Sturgill and Stephen Holmes are going to stay out here under this yellow flag. And actually, it looks like the 8 of Eric Hawley will also stay out. So it would be Michael Sturgill, Stephen Holmes, Eric Hawley. Hawley has a 2-tire stop his last time down, so he's only got right side tires on that number 8. Going to be interesting to see how he's going to be able to hang on here. So the first man off pit road, though, with 4 fresh tires. It looks like a lot of guys taking 4 fresh tires this time. Maybe one driver pulling out a 2-tire stop, but it's going to be Jay Felton, Chase Berry, John Mullins, then your top 4 through 6. Then it's Jeff Pogo on 4 fresh tires in 7th. Aaron Davidson going to use 2-tire stop here to gain some track position. He is shown 8th. And Jared, I think the 91 here of Ryan Jones may have missed his pit stall.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough break for Jones, as definitely lost a lot of time on pit road.
I'm not seeing an actual pit stop being made by the 91 Ryan Jones, but I do see that he spent 45 seconds down there on pit lane, which 45 seconds is an average pit stop time for, well, a two-tire stop. It's just our data information not showing us anything for the 91 there, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Taco Chevrolet, but he does have a lot of right front damage on that 91. That might hamper his finish here tonight. Well, Jarrett, while we're here still under the caution flag, let's see if we can get a word in. There's somebody sitting down there on pit road right now. Let's see if we can get a hold of the 81 of Dan Dale. Dan Dale, you got a copy Jarrett and Roger here in your booth.
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
Well, Dan, another great run out there for that 81 Mustang. It just doesn't look like you're going to get the result once again here tonight.
Nope, I'm 6 for 6.
6 for 6 on the beginning here for the USRA. That's counting your Xfinity starts here this year. Tell us, does the bad luck have to stop coming sooner or later? Or when do the good result? What do you need to get the good result out here?
I'll be honest with you. I've been trying all kinds of different strategies and everything to put myself in different positions so that I'm not there, and I just keep getting caught up in it.
Keep getting caught up in it. It's a hard one. As we see, you're going to bring out the 81 machine back onto the track here. How much damage is done, and is it going to be competitive at all?
I don't think it'll be real competitive. I pretty much got it all fixed. As tight as everybody was, I don't think it'll be competitive.
Well, Dan Dill going to bring back out the 81 here. Dan, good luck. It's going to be a short sprint to the finish here, though.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm pretty much just now, I'm hoping there's another big one and collects a few more guys, and maybe I'll get some spots that way.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do here when you're points racing. The 81 of Dan Dill going to come back out onto the track. It looks like also the 15 right behind him. That is Cameron Combs. Remember, Cameron started up inside there on that restart. He started inside the top 5. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time for him, too, so he'll be back there. But I think we're going to double him up as they come off turn 2 here. We're going to go back green flag racing with 23 laps to go.
Yeah, 23 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout here in California. Buckle up. It's going to be an exciting finish.
Yeah, if you didn't get your popcorn and your soda pops or adult beverages, now's the time to get it. You got about 15 to 20 seconds before we turn them loose. 23 laps to go here, and strategy galore being played. Michael Sturgill going to lead us to green flag with Stephen Holmes, both of them staying out. And then it's Eric Holly going to restart third, staying out. Then 4 tires throughout just about the field. Let's see what the 4 tires versus the 10-lap old tires are about to do here. The iRacing Mustang about to make the left-hand turn. It goes down the pit road. Now it's going to be in the hands of Michael Sturgill, Stephen Holmes, Eric Holly, and Jay Felton. There's the green flag. 23 laps to go here tonight.
As that inside line getting a pretty good jump, but here comes the 9 of Holmes on the outside as they come down turn 1. It's going to be the 90 of Sturgill jumping out to a lead with Holly trying to get past the 9 of Holmes. They come off turn 2.
Yeah, and as they battle for the lead, here comes the 24, Jeff Pogo, trying to stick his nose. Look at them all fan out, coming out of turn number 2. 3 wide down there towards the bottom. Here comes Jason Young. He is literally rubbing doors with that 64 of John Mullins down into the corner. They are 3 wide. It is the Taco Bell machine of Jones to the inside. And boy, they just continue to rack them 3 wide. Look at that battle. 3 by 3 by 3 for about the 3rd position on back.
Yeah, these laps continue to wind down. They're just 3, almost 4 wide as they come down into turn 1. And here comes the 21 of Chase Berry making a move for the lead on Holly.
Yeah, Holly led that last time coming out of turn number 4. He led at the start-finish line, so he'll mark his name into the book here in the late going. He's trying to save big money. Don't know if he's going to get it at Menards here tonight. Don't know if there's one even in the vicinity, but right now, Chase Berry, everybody is chasing him down the backstretch. Look at that 3 wide. Here comes Jason Young. He is to the inside on the 81 there of Jones, and he almost goes up the track a little bit. Almost made contact with the 91, but he hung on to the inside. Here comes that 29. Late race antics once again. He just has maybe a little bit, reaches down a little bit, has a little bit of go at the end of these.
Yeah, Jason Young definitely putting himself in the right spot at the right time as he's still working to get third place away from the 91 of Jones. And he's going to try and get the 21 of Chase Berry as well as they come down the backstretch.
Coming down the backstretch here, looking them all fan out. 8 of Eric Holly still making that inside lane work. And I'm pretty surprised because that is 12 lap old tires for Holly working up against fresh tires on the 21 of Barry. Holly goes down to the corner, wiggled a little bit. That's going to open up the inside lane. Here comes the 91. Ryan Jones going to have a good run. Holly going to go up to the top side. He is going to block Chase Berry. And look at Berry lay the wood to the back bumper of that number 8.
Yeah, the 21 and Chase Berry really bump drafting like they're in Daytona yet, and a little bit of blinking out of the 21 and Chase Berry as here comes the 91 and Jones off of turn 2.
Yeah, Chase Berry has his internet connection brought to you by Legos USA, and look at that helmet. Big smile out of the Lego man driving it as he is coming right back to the back bumper on the 8 of Holly. Not going to be able to do anything with him. He'll have to settle for the time being right there in second place. So it's Holly, Berry. Wow, that's kind of funny, ain't it? Holly, Berry. Well, you know, Ryan Jones sits there third. Jeff Pogo is sitting there fourth, but he is in the battle with Jay Felton.
Yeah, here comes the 79 of Jay Felton, who has led most of this race. He's looking to the inside of Pogo as they dive down to turn 1.
Yeah, he is a pretty strong, dominant GTX Camaro here tonight as he's going to slide up in front of Jeff Pogo, and the battle once again is going to go back to the lead, though. Here comes Chase Berry to the inside on Holly down the backstretch. He's got that 91 of Ryan Jones pushing him. Now here comes Pogo's going to go to the inside, too. I thought for a second that possibly Jay Felton might have had just a tick, you know, maybe just a hair that he could have slid down there in front of Pogo. Unfortunately, didn't take the opportunity. Now Pogo going to look to the inside here at the start-finish line. Looked for a moment and then had to back off of it. Look how much momentum Pogo lost by kind of lifting there in the tri-oval.
Yeah, Jones threw a huge block on Pogo coming through the tri-oval, but he's still going to maybe get by the 8 of Holly as they come off the turn 2 down in the backstretch.
Yeah, those old tires for Holly still holding strong on the outside. Contact mid-pack. I believe that's the 29 of Young. He is around. I think the 90 of Sturgill also involved in that, and also is the 64 of Mullins. But we're going to stay green flag. Now the yellow flag is waved. Jason Young has finally wadded up that 29. I shouldn't say finally, but it just didn't seem like it was going to be a car that was going to be able to be saved, and unfortunately then comes to a rest up against the outside retaining wall in turn 3. Let's take it back here just a little bit farther. We're going to go over top of this. We're going to watch that battle as you saw the 29 of Jason Young go sideways in front of the field. And I believe that was also Michael Sturgill who's wrapped up. Young drives her down here into turn 1, gets to the inside on the number 90 machine as they come off the corner, though. What is going to happen here? Oh, it looks like the 3 wide battle because that is Mullins, and they are just too tight for 3 wide, and they all come together. They all meet in the middle there. The 90 and the 64 to the inside. Jason Young trying to save the car, and it's just sideways. Look at him. He drove the wheels off the 29, and he almost got into Luke LaFaro, but he actually ended up doing a really good job of saving that 29 machine. Just everybody coming together here trying to jockey for every inch on the track.
Yeah, nobody's giving an inch right now with these laps winding down. Good driving by everybody not to cause a big one.
Yeah, that could have been pretty disastrous, as it looks like you're going to see everybody just about come down pit road. I believe I saw Dan Dill stay out, but he is shown 1 lap down right now. As Holly going to come down, Barry's going to come down, Jones, Felton, Pogo, Ungari, Carman, Kohlhaas, Davidson, everybody that is on your lead lap down here for fresh tires. 19 drivers on your lead lap. Dan Dill will get the wave around. He will get back on the lead lap. You really started to feel it, Jarrett, there. The intensity really starting to brew as they're battling off pit road here.
Yeah, it's not over yet, though. Everybody's getting 4 fresh tires. The battling has just begun.
So as Doug Ungari is going to win the battle off pit road, he has taken 2 tires. Remember, what was it, about 20 laps ago, we watched the 00 of Doug Ungari get lapped as the yellow flag was coming out. He took the wave around in that 5150 car, got back onto your lead lap, came down pit road, slapped 4 fresh tires on her, And now he has started to bring that machine back to the front. Now he plays a little bit of strategy to take the lead here with 16 to go under caution, probably about 12 to go when we take the green flag. Is that the strategy you would have played here, a 2-tire stop?
Yeah, I mean, not much to lose here. Might as well give it a shot.
You would like to win one here tonight in his home state, as you see the lap down cars definitely trying to pit here. So as the running order is, as we let it shuffle back and forth there at the start-finish line, it's Doug Ungari, Chase Berry, Ryan Jones, Jay Felton, Jeff Pogo, Eric Holly, Ira Kohlhaas, Stephen Holmes, Hank Casting, and Jason Erosin as they round out the top 10. 11th place runner right now going to be the number 19 of Skip Carman. Then it's Aaron Davidson. Michael Sergio going to be shown in your 13th spot. Luke LaFaro is shown 14th. Jason Young is 15th. And Dan Dill's down pit road getting 4 fresh tires. He'll restart tail end of the lead lap. Well, Jarrett, we've seen some definitely good racing out here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Roger. It's really been some good racing here.
Well, now with just a handful of laps, we talked about the intensity there under the yellow flag pit stops here. You've seen just about every move in the book here so far tonight. Who's got one last trick left up their sleeve, do you think?
Well, I mean, he got Doug Ungari pulling out the 2-tire stop. Not sure how that's going to work, but, I mean, it could be anybody here in the top 10's race.
Yeah, we saw 2 tires work. Remember, we saw old tires for Eric Holly hang on there for quite a few laps. Doug might be playing the strategy that if he can just get out front and stay out here at this point, or even, well, maybe what was there to lose as he was towards the back of your lead lap drivers when this yellow flag came out, he might be able to sneak away a couple more positions than what he was kind of due for, as you're seeing a bunch of your other drivers take a couple waiver rounds. Jamie Leach, Jared Hagedorn, Bradley Allison, I believe, also taking one of those waiver rounds. So a couple guys getting back onto a lead lap or getting another lap back. So they're going to double them up here. 14 to go here under caution, so 13 laps to go. You think we're going to see the pace car for the final time here tonight?
No. I think we've got one more caution left up our sleeve here.
Yeah, sometimes when the intensity kind of builds up here, cautions sometimes could breed cautions. We had such a good race in the early going. I thought at one point that this race was going to go green flag.
Yeah, so did I. It was looking that way, but it's been a little bit of a caution fest here this last half of the race.
Yeah, so now with all those drivers taking those waiver rounds here, we will have 21 drivers back on your lead lap to kind of duke it out, fight them. It's going to be a knock them out, drag them out kind of finish here. So coming through turns number 4 here, it will be Ungari and Barry, your front row, and they will battle down into turn 1. Both of these drivers bringing their ZL1 Camaros to the field here tonight with a chance to win. So it's four Chevys, 2 Fords up here inside your top 6. And Doug Ungari, he's not going to wait around. He's not going to mess around. He has hit the loud pedal as early as he could, and he's going to let that 91 of Ryan Jones battle with Chase Berry down into turn number 1.
Yeah, working their way down to turn 1 through turn 2. Chase Berry's still working the inside. It looks like the 79 of Felton thought he was going to make it 3 wide as they come off turn 2.
Yeah, Jay Felton knows he has a quick Chevrolet back there. He just has to bite his time to when he's going to make the move, and make the move now for Chase Berry it is, as Berry's going to go to the inside. Now here comes Felton. Doug Ungari missed the entry into the corner. It looks like Jay Felton kind of stepped up just a little bit there. That's going to open the door. Here comes the 24 of Jeff Pogo. At the line, though, it's going to be Chase Berry leading with 12 to go.
Yeah, but on the outside, here comes the 79 of Felton. If they come through turn 1, he's going to get right up on the bumper of the 21 of Berry.
Yeah, Berry elected to go to the outside and block that run by Jay Felton. That just opened up the door because here comes Ryan Jones. He's going to take the Mountain Dew Baja Taco Bell machine back to the front. Jeff Pogo still there, and now Jeff Pogo is going to have another Ford down to the inside to push him. That's going to be Holly.
Yeah, Pogo and Holly working together here as now the 91 of Jones shuts the door on Pogo as they come out of turn 4. Here comes the 21 of Barry trying to get around Pogo as they come to start-finish line.
Ryan Jones looking out the back of his car as much as he is looking out the front here. He goes down to the apron to try and break the draft. But look at Pogo. He got a great run, just nowhere to go with it down into turn 1. He's going to shove that 91 of Jones down into turn number 1.
Yeah, Jones taking that shove, and he's going to use it as he's going to try and clear Barry as they come down the backstretch. And here comes the 79 of Felton making it 3 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, they are 3 wide because here comes Eric Holly now to the inside of the 24 of Jeff Pogo as he is going to have the nose there to the inside of Jeff Pogo. Pogo going to slide up the track, almost making contact with Doug Ungari. Ungari way up out of the groove. Now here comes the number 9 of Stephen Holmes at the front of the field, though. Chase Berry makes the pass coming out of turn number 4. So it'll be Berry, Jones, Felton, your top 3 because they are just driving absolutely the rails off these cars.
Yeah, it looked like Felton almost caught the wall coming off of 4 as they work their way through 1 and 2. He's going to try and get around the outside of Jones as they come down the backstretch, almost 3 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, that was a pretty close battle there for your top 3 leaders, but as they battle it out, now that's going to allow the 24 of Jeff Pogo to catch back up, but here comes Jay Felton. He's going to go a little bit to the inside. There is Chase Berry. He slams the door onto the nose of the 79 machine. He says not right now, but now here comes Jay. He's going to turn down off turn number 4. He's going to get to the inside here at the start-finish line. Heads up at the finish line. It's still going to be Chase Berry with 10 laps to go here at Auto Club, but Felton might have the advantage down here into turn 1.
Yeah, Felton was running the apron of the track through the tri-oval, and it looks like as they come off turn 2, he's going to clear the 21 of Barry, being pushed by the 91 of Jones down the backstretch.
Yeah, Jay Felton thought for a moment like he was going to go up and block the number 21 there of Barry's run off turn number 2, but he elected to stay down there because he saw that Ryan Jones also had a run, and he elected to take the push into turn number 3 off the front bumper of the 91 rather than go up there and block Chase Berry, because then that could have allowed Ryan Jones to maybe get to the inside of that 79 machine. Here comes Berry. He's going to go back to the outside. He's got a great run coming through the tri-oval. It'll be Felton and Berry into turn 1.
As the leaders battle side by side, it is allowing the pack behind them to catch back up. Here comes the 8 of Holly working on the 91 of Jones. And it looks like Felton trying to slide up in front of the 21 of Barry as 21 of Barry and 91 of Jones are side by side going down the front backstretch.
They are still nose to tail down the backstretch on that inside lane. It is the 79, it is the 91, then it's the 21, then it's the 8. Well, where did Ira Kohlhaas come from? Because that Skull Bandit 33 is on the move. He's restarted outside, right at the edge of the top 10. Now is shown in the 5th position as he's looking to the inside here on Jeff Pogo.
Yeah, the 33 of Kohlhaas is really working on the 24 of Pogo. And here comes the 8 of Holly on the outside of the 91 of Jones. Jones not wanting to get with that spot easily as we got a battle for the lead coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, I think we're just about 3 wide there. Jay Felton slipped up off the corner as Holly actually going to throw a big block on Ryan Jones. Holly going to go down there. He's going to push the 21 of Barry into the corner, so it'd be Barry, it'd be Felton, and then it'd be Holly. Holly slips off that bottom lane just a little bit. That might allow Jones to get a run. No run from Jones as Holly's still going to hold that inside line there, as now the 21 of Barry comes back down. He's going to block Holly, but Holly going to make it 3 wide for the lead down here into turn 1. Holly to the inside of Barry, Felton to the outside. Whoa, boy, it slips up there for the 21 into Felton. Felton going to lose a bunch of positions. He is up out of the groove in turn 1. He goes from 3rd. Now he's just going to battle to stay inside the top 10 with 6 laps to go.
Felton dropping like a rock, but here comes the 8 of Holly. And here comes the 91 of Jones trying to get to the inside as they come through turn 3 as he's door-to-door with Barry.
Yeah, now you got to ask yourself, now that you saw Chase Berry kind of slip off that inside groove and kind of bang doors with Felton. Now Felton outside the top 10 as he's shown in the 11th coming out of turn number 4. How much damage is done to that 21 there of Chase Berry as he's going to flex his muscle again and say there's not much right now as he goes to the inside down into turn 1. He'll take the lead again.
And Chase Berry trying to work the lead away from Holly as they come off of turn 2. Behind them, you got the 91 of Jones and Pogo working door-to-door down the backstretch.
Yeah, 6 drivers here in your front little group, and they are 2 by 2 for the top 6 positions down into turn number 3 off the backstretch. It's going to be, wow, look how Holly comes down. He tries to pinch down that 21, and then Holly kind of released, packing all that air onto the side of the 21. Holly's going to come out of the corner. He's going to have the lead, and he's actually going to take that lap down car, use a little bit of draft. That is Bradley Allison going to lap down, and Holly retakes the lead here. 4 laps to go here at Auto Club.
Yeah, Holly working that draft with that lap down car as he tries to run away from this pack, and here comes the 24 Pogo ripping on the outside down the backstretch.
Yeah, now it's really starting to see who used the tires up here in this short little stint. We are working the 12th lap here of this run, and Holly right now with 4 laps to go. He'll see 3 fingers in the air as he comes off turn number 4. 3 more laps here from Auto Club. Oh, that looks like that's the 9 there, the iBuyPower number 9 of Stephen Holmes into the outside wall. That's going to check up Ryan Jones. Jones had to check up as Holmes found the outside wall. 3 laps to go down into turn 1. It's Holly, Pogo, and Barry.
Yeah, Holmes with a really nice save after bouncing off the wall. Right now out front, you got the 8 of Holly really trying to run away from this pack, but you got Pogo and Barry trying to catch him.
Yeah, look at them all fight down the backstretch. Ira Kohlhaas trying to get around to the inside there on the number 91 of Jones, but now there's a battle. It looks like Pogo's going to give the inside advantage for the time being to the number 21 of Chase Barry. Barry's going to slide up, possibly a crossover move coming here off turn number 4.
Yeah, I thought Pogo was going to try and get back under him, but he stayed right behind him. As they come through the tri-oval, Pogo going to look. Oh, he's going to stay right behind Barry as they come into 1.
Yeah, that time by at the starter stand. Popsicle sticks in the air. Eric Holly leading down into turn number 1. He's got about a 2-car length lead over Chase Barry. And then it's another 2-car lengths back till you find the 24 of Jeff Pogo. Those are your top 3 as they are crashing behind. I think the 00 of Doug Ungari is around. He is off the racing surface. I think he went off the nose of the 64 of John Mullins, but we stay green flag racing. Holly racing for his life right now off turn number 4. He can see the flagman. He is starting to reach for the white flag. The white flag is waving here tonight from Auto Club in your Animal Rescue 250. Holly just needs 2 more miles tonight to park the number 8 in victory lane. It's been a rough start to the year for the driver of the 8. Can he possibly park it in victory lane here and show a little redemption for himself?
All right, now before he gets there, he's got a mirror full of the 21 of Barry as they come down the backstretch. Holly trying to break the draft as they come into 3.
Yeah, the 21 of Chase Barry chases the number 8 all the way down to the apron in the center of the backstretch, and Holly going to take a big arc down here into turn number 3. Halfway through turn 3, he sees the checkered flag is in the flagman's hand. No run off turn number 4 for Chase Barry. Tonight's Animal Rescue 250 going to go to the number 8 of Eric Holly. Then it's going to be Chase Barry, Jeff Pogo, Ira Kohlhaas coming across the line in 4th. Ryan Jones just noses Ira Kohlhaas. Then it's going to be Kohlhaas shown in 5th. Holmes in 6th. Way to hang on to that one after being into the outside wall. Skip Carman brings that ASPCA Animal Rescue 19 home in the 7th position. Hank Casting is shown in your 8th spot. Aaron Davidson shown 9th, and Jason Arison rounds out your top 10 drivers. Find your favorite driver across the top of the screen, but we can certainly tell you that the 8 of Eric Holly tonight drove the wheels off that car to put it in victory lane. Chase Barry gave it everything he could and just comes up a little bit short. Jeff Pogo, how about the rebound for Jeff Pogo, Jarrett, as he ended up in the wall about halfway through the race?
Yeah, Jeff Pogo really rebounded nicely for your 3rd place finish. I mean, this was a spectacular race for everybody.
Yeah, as we watch Eric Holly burn it down here in that number 8 car, parks that Mustang in victory lane. We're going to step away for a moment. We're going to get to our post-race interviews here tonight from Auto Club for the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250. Well, race fans, welcome back here to the post-race show here at Auto Club tonight. It's the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250 presented by Skip Carman, and there is the man who parked it in Victory Lane. That's the number 8 of Eric Holly. We're going to word in with him in just a moment. He's the winner here tonight. He saved big money at Menards, but let's see if we can get to the man who stole all the phone books out of the desk from his mom's house the other day. Jeff, you drove the wheels off the 24, and you almost drove that right front fender off the car in the early stages.
Yeah, I did. That little bit of damage hurt me a little bit, but still managed to bring it home third.
Yeah, a lot of Ford performance under that hood of that Ford. Did you think you had a car that was capable of winning? We saw you and that number 1 of Chris Brown really in the middle stages after that first pit stop when everybody kind of got strung out. You were able to work together. Was that Ford power really powerful here tonight?
It was, but like I said, that damage on the right front, I was fine when I had cars in front of me. When I got out and had a little bit of a, I guess, clean road in front of me, the damage really slowed me down.
So a little damage kind of hampering the performance. But all in all, tell us about the race. It was a 2-mile track here from Auto Club in California. It kind of looked pretty hectic at times. It kind of looked like we were actually sitting at the high banks of Daytona.
Yeah, I think I called that last week when I said it's going to be a mini Daytona, and sure enough, I think it was. Judging by some of the ways some of these cars looked out here and how the racing was, I feel like that's exactly what it was.
Well, a good finish for you here, Jeff. After last week's performance, you park her back here on the podium. Who do you got to thank for a third-place finish?
Got to thank my teammate, Eric Holly, Glass City Motorsports. Congrats on your win tonight. Also got to thank my fiance for putting up with my crap and letting me be down here all the time. And got to thank you, Roger. You guys over there at Turn 3 Broadcasting. It's a good time.
Well, there you heard it from your third-place finisher here tonight. That is Jeff Pogo, and he had some pretty fast ponies underneath that Ford, but I think you caught up with somebody that may have had a car capable of winning tonight.
I am here with our second place finisher, the 21 of Chase Berry. Chase, you had a pretty strong car on the...
What was that? You went up.
Well, I believe we had lost communication there for just a second with Jarrett. We'll see if we're able to reconnect with him. But Chase, you had a pretty strong KB21 car out there. What did you need to possibly get back around the 8 of Eric Holly? Because you guys probably swapped that lead a good half dozen times there in the last couple laps.
Yeah, I'm probably about a little bit fresher tires. I overshot 1 and 2 real bad, and that cost me, I think. So, but I was holding it pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal. It was some really, we talked to Jeff, you just heard that. It was some pretty insane driving out there. Tell us how these cars are actually handling from behind the wheel. We can only see or tell you what we see, but how does it feel behind the wheel of the car?
At the beginning part of the run, I mean, everybody felt, I felt like Superman. I felt like, all right, I can just hold it wide open. I'm energetic. I've been whatever. But anyways, holding it wide open for a little bit, and then as the run kept going on, you got tighter and tighter and tighter. And if you didn't manage your tires, at least your right front in the beginning of the half, it would just start getting worse and worse, and then you'll end up eventually start losing the draft. And then once you lost the draft of the cars, you just falling back because you pretty much had to have a partner to even kind of get a run on the car in front of you.
Yeah, so tell us about that last lap. You drove her down into turn 1, staring at the back bumper of the number 8 of Holly. Did you think you could get back to him, or did you know you were just trying at that point to block for second place?
Coming into the last lap, when I threw it into 1 and 2, I overshot 1 and 2, and then that messed my run up because I think he had a little bit of damage on the right side, left side, somewhere. To me, it looked like it. So I knew he wasn't as fast on the straightaway. So if I could hit 1 and 2 right, I'd have a good run, and then going to 3 and 4, hopefully, dive bomb underneath him. I mean, not hit him or wreck him or anything, but at least break a little bit and have a good little finish. But I messed up going into 1 and 2. I choked, and that cost my run coming off of 2. So I just made sure, got the best finish I could, and without wrecking nobody.
Well, it was a pretty good finish for yourself here. You come home tonight in second place. Who do you have to thank for second place finish here?
I want to thank you guys for putting on the show. Probably couldn't do it without y'all. Thank all the admins for letting me race, and thank my sponsor KB All Around Shop. Y'all can find it on Facebook. and she can get your decals, shirts, cups, whatever you need. I don't know if she mails, but we'll find out. We can do it for you. And Jim Ott and Justin Wilson, I know they're not here, and Jason Harrison, I want to give a shout out to him. He did real good for his first top 10, so he's coming along. That's pretty much it.
Well, I got one last question before we let you go here, Chase. You said you guys can make anything. Are you able to make a booster seat with a 24 logo on it?
No, but we can make decals so we can paint it up. Like we can put his face on it, we can put his signature. You can put whatever you want on the booster seat and make it personalized on booster seat. So if you want it bright pink, we can wrap it.
Well, I'm sure Jeff Pogo might hit you up then for a little bit of a booster seat. He needs to see over the steering wheel a little bit more, then he won't be able to knock down the outside wall. But a good second place finish here for you tonight, Chase. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
Well, we heard now from your third place finisher and your second place finisher of Chase Berry. Now it's time to talk to the man who went to Menards. He found it halfway through the race. Eric, how the heck did you wheel and deal that number 8 car from last position to parking her in victory lane here tonight?
Man, it wasn't easy, I'll tell you that much. I basically had to drive my eyes out. Starting on the shotgun on the field, wasn't really sure how that was going to go. I had some connection issues prior to the race starting, so honestly, I was just going to go out there and run my race, see what I could come home with. I knew I was fast. We ran the Xfinity race here Tuesday. I just had a good feel for the track, knew where my lines were, and just tried to stay consistent. About 10, 15 laps into it, I was, I think, 20 places up, and just trying to pick them off one by one.
Exactly what you did. You set them up. You knocked them down here today. You talk about the Xfinity car. You pulled a doubleheader this week for yourself. You ran the Xfinity car on Tuesday night and had a really good finish for yourself there. How does running on a Tuesday night with the Xfinity car transfer over to this Cup car package on a Thursday night?
Yeah, they're definitely not the same car. The Xfinity car is a little bit more loose. Actually, here it was a little bit more tight than this was, in my opinion. More or less, it's just kind of knowing where your braking zones are if you have to use them later in a run, and kind of knowing when to let off the throttle. Really, it's just trying to find your line.
But you definitely were able to find the line tonight. And the question that's probably on everybody's mind that's tuned in right now is, where did you find Menards in California?
I'm in Michigan, so we got Menards all over the place.
So you must have hit up Menards before you traveled out here to California. But hey, all in all, this has been the best race for you this season here on a Thursday night. What really about this track, though, do you like?
Not much, to be honest with you. This isn't one of my favorite tracks. For some reason, I always run decent here if I'm not wrecked out. But it's just too bumpy for me, man. That backstretch will just jar you loose.
We're able to keep all 4 tires and all 4 fenders on that number 8 car here tonight. So it was a rough start to the season, but now you finally got the monkey off your back. You park the number 8 in victory lane. You're going to jump up quite substantially in the points here after this one. But who do you got to thank for parking that number 8 Mustang in victory lane?
Yeah, honestly, I got to thank my teammate Jeff Pogo and all the other guys in the league too. Really, this is their league. We put all the work into it, but it's for them. You guys for broadcasting. You guys were here a couple years back with the TNT Truck Series. You guys do a fantastic job, so we really appreciate you coming out every week.
Well, yous are the ones that put on the show. We just kind of talk about it from the eye in the sky. Jarrett, it was one heck of a race here from Auto Club. It looked like we were probably going to go green flag the entire way, and then just a couple little gremlins kind of snuck up on a lot of these guys.
Yeah, definitely some excellent racing throughout the night here at Auto Club Speedway. Little caution fest there, last quarter of the race or show, but definitely a great finish, and I can't wait to get to IMS next week.
Yeah, IMS going to put on one heck of a show here. But that's going to about do it here from the ASPCA Animal Rescue 250 tonight, presented by Skip Carman right here in California. They put on one heck of a show. Eric Holly, though, driving the wheels off that car all the way from the 33rd starting position. Well, I guess 32nd, only 32 cars actually took to the green flag. But he's your winner here from Auto Club. Catch us next week right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you the race from ISM. It'll be one heck of a show from out there in the desert. Same time on a Thursday night.